Have you ever picked up the phone and felt something just wasn't quite right with the person on the other end? Maybe they were polite, even charming, but something about the conversation made your gut say, this doesn't feel right. If you've ever had that feeling, you're not alone. And if you haven't yet, that's exactly why this conversation is so important. As we get older, we carry with us something incredibly valuable. Not just the wisdom of life experience, but often financial stability, savings, or home equity. And unfortunately, that makes us prime targets for a growing number of scammers and fraudsters. They know what they're doing, and they tailor their tricks to specifically target seniors, using fear, urgency, or even fake affection to get what they want. But here's the good news. You are not helpless. Far from it. With just a little knowledge and a few smart habits, you can shield yourself from nearly every common financial scam out there. That's what we're going to talk about today. How to stay financially safe and confident, no matter what anyone tries to throw at you. Let's start with one of the most common traps out there, the urgent phone call scam. You're sitting at home, the phone rings, and on the line is someone claiming to be from your bank, or maybe even the police. They tell you something's wrong. Maybe your account's been compromised. Maybe your grandchild is in jail and needs bail money. The story varies, but the feeling they create is always the same: panic. They'll urge you to act quickly. Go to your bank now. Don't hang up. Keep this a secret. They know that when we're scared, we stop thinking clearly. They want you to get moving before you pause and say, "Wait a minute. Does this make sense?" Here's the truth. No legitimate organization will ever pressure you like that. Your bank will never demand that you move money over the phone. The police will never tell you to pay bail in gift cards. And if anyone says you need to act fast or keep it a secret, that's a major red flag. Hang up, take a breath, call someone you trust. Now let's talk about another common scheme: identity theft through fake websites and emails. Maybe you get an email that looks like it's from your utility company. It has their logo, a convincing message, and a link to pay your overdue bill. You click the link, and suddenly you're typing in your name, birth date, credit card number, maybe even your social security number. But here's the problem. That email wasn't from your utility company. It was a fake. And the moment you typed her information, it went straight into the hands of someone looking to steal your identity and drain your accounts. So what can you do to stay safe? For starters, never click links in emails or texts from unknown senders. Even if it looks legitimate, take a moment to go to the official website by typing the address into your browser yourself. And never give out personal information unless you're 100% sure who you're talking to. If you're not sure, don't guess. Call the real company using the number on your bill or their official website. It takes a few extra minutes, but it can save you from months or even years of financial trouble. Another trick scammers love is posing as a friend or relative on social media, especially through messages that say something like, "Hey Grandma, I lost my wallet. Can you send me some money?" It might sound silly, but in the moment, it can feel very real. If it sounds out of the ordinary, it probably is. Before you respond, pick up the phone and call the person directly. Ask a question only they would know. And never send money, gift cards, or your bank details without double-checking who you're really talking to. These scams work because they play on trust. But when you pause, take a breath, and verify, that trust becomes your shield instead of your weakness. Let's pause here for a moment. You've already taken the first and most important step: paying attention and being aware. You would be amazed how many people fall victim simply because they didn't think it could happen to themselves. But you're here, you're listening, you care, and that gives you a powerful edge. In the next part, we'll explore how to protect yourself from online investment scams and misleading charities, and what safe practices you can use every day to stay one step ahead. But before we continue, I want you to remember, anytime you're unsure, it's always okay to ask for help. Whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a trusted professional, don't keep concerns to yourself. Scammers thrive in silence, but they lose their power when we speak up. And one final thing, before you ever make a financial decision, click a link or share your personal details, take a moment to consult with a qualified professional. Whether it's your bank, your lawyer, or a financial advisor, it's worth the peace of mind. Your safety is worth more than any quick decision. And just like that, it can happen in the blink of an eye. You answer the phone and someone on the other end claims to be your grandson, panicked and saying he's been arrested and needs bail money right away. The line's scratchy, his voice is shaky, and you're filled with worry. Your heart takes over before your head has a chance to think. But here's the thing, that wasn't your grandson. It was a scammer, using a trick that's sadly become all too common. This kind of emotional manipulation is powerful because it targets your love and your instinct to protect. These scammers count on you acting fast and not asking questions. So how do you stop that panic from leading to a costly mistake? It starts by knowing the signs. If someone calls claiming to be a family member in trouble, pause. Ask questions only your real loved one would know. And most importantly, hang up and call them back directly on a number you already have saved. Another common trick is the fake tech support scam. You might see a pop-up on your computer that says your device is infected, urging you to call a number right away. On the other end, a calm, professional-sounding person tells you they can fix it, for a fee, of course. Maybe they even ask for remote access to your computer. But the moment you let them in, they can steal passwords, banking details, and even install more harmful programs. The best defense? Never trust pop-up warnings or unsolicited calls about computer problems. Legitimate companies like Microsoft or Apple will never call you out of the blue to fix your computer. If you're unsure, ask a trusted friend or family member before doing anything. You're not being rude, you're being smart. Protecting your information should always come before pleasing someone on the phone. Then there's the mail. Yes, the good old-fashioned mailbox isn't safe either. You might get letters that look official, with logos and stamps that seem real. They say you've won a prize, or that you owe money. But look closer. Are they asking you to send money first to claim your winnings? That's a red flag. Real lotteries never ask for payment to collect your prize. A good habit to build is taking your time with anything that feels urgent or emotional. Scammers want you to act quickly. They thrive on pressure. So slow down, breathe, read the fine print, talk it over with someone you trust. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. And if the person pressuring you gets frustrated when you want to verify their claims, that tells you everything you need to know. Let's also talk about your online life. Many seniors are now active on social media, connecting with old friends, sharing photos, or joining groups. That's wonderful, but it can also be risky. Scammers sometimes create fake profiles pretending to be someone you know, or even a potential romantic partner. They'll build trust slowly, chat with you for weeks, maybe months, and then one day they need your help. A sudden emergency, a medical bill, a stranded vacation. This is called a romance scam, and it's one of the most financially devastating for older adults. Because by the time the request for money comes, you already feel emotionally invested. You want to help. But if someone you've never met in person is asking for money, especially through wire transfers or gift cards, that's your signal. End the conversation and talk to someone you trust right away. Don't forget about your passwords. They're like the keys to your home, except they open your bank, your email, your social media, everything. If you're using the same password for multiple accounts or something simple like 1234 or password, it's time to change that. Use longer phrases that are easy for you to remember but hard for others to guess. A sentence, a favorite memory, or even a silly phrase like "coffee time at 7" can do the trick. Consider writing them down and keeping them in a safe place, not taped to your screen, but somewhere secure. Or ask someone you trust to help you set up a password manager. These small steps make a big difference. Now, let's not forget one of the most effective ways to stay safe: staying connected. Talking regularly with family and friends creates a safety net. If something strange comes up, you've got someone to ask. You're less likely to fall for a scam if you feel supported and informed. Isolation is a scammer's best friend, so don't give them that advantage. Being cautious doesn't mean being afraid. It means being empowered. You have every right to question, to delay, to say no. You've lived a full life. You've seen trends come and go,